Place yourself close to the wall, very close to the wall, and use the blocks behind your wrist and take your pike position. And you see, I'm gonna push the ground away and try to get my ribs to move back. You see that action? So there it is. I'm pushing my shoulders to my ears, my ribs are back. Once I have that rib cage vertical, you see my pelvis is a little tucked, that's okay. Then I take the leg up and I look, and then I'm gonna switch. So I'm not on the wall yet. I'm just switching, and as I switched, I noticed my ribs started to come down too much, so I pulled my ribs back. Switch, ribs, switch. I take the same position. I take one leg up, pike, roll the rib cage, shoulders to the ears, elbow straight, one leg up, and I go close to the wall, and I try not to let that, fall into an arch. I keep the ribs, and then I try to float the bottom leg. My feet are relaxed for this variation to start, but if you want, you could point your feet, you could flex your feet, right? But I'm not on the wall. I'm just coming close to it. So the body's back on a slight diagonal, but the rib cage is vertical. That's the key point. Ribs vertical, then I take the foot back. Okay, now I'm gonna actually put my weight into the wall. You see how now I'm in an arch position. So I'm going to push shoulders to the ears, look at my belly button, round the rib cage, and press my pelvis into a tucked tailbone position. Really trying to get my rib cage to roll. Okay, to come down, you could either, I suggest go off to the side like so, like with a straddle position, because sometimes when you're in that position, you come down pretty hard on the block, so a little nicer to come down in a straddle-like shape. In your bridge pose, you can tuck the tail and lift up this way, and this will feel, when you feel your glutes fully firmed up and your abdomen engaged at the same time, that's the feeling in this type of handstand, okay? So your tailbone is tucked, so it's not a back bend, but your tailbone is fully tucked, and you press through your heels here. This is the feeling that you'll have when you're upside down on the wall, okay? It's the activation of the glutes with the activation of the core. Ready, you go into this L position, you jump, and then you try to come back down, jump, try to come back down slowly, jump. But I'm gonna try to keep the L shape. Here's the L.